still at large after a manhunt last night happened in Wood County off County Road 3600. The search was halted last night after authorities captured 2 of the 3 suspects who fled from the scene where an alleged stolen car was parked. But as KLTV7's JD Conti reports, the 3rd is still wanted.
Wood County authorities were called to this home on County Road 3600 last night when the owner of a car reported it as stolen. Investigators say the suspect, Jerome Stevenson, had an outstanding parole warrant and was flagged for a violent background, which prompted a larger response. Upon arrival, the sheriff's office says 3 suspects fled out the back of the home, kicking off an hours-long manhunt. 2 suspects, Jerome Allen Stevenson of Big Sandy and Shaylin Robinson of Holly Lake Ranch, were arrested. Stevenson was apprehended near Jarvis Christian University. Authorities say the unidentified suspect, who is still at large, started a fire in the woods before he escaped.
Our units who had arrested the female that fled observed the white subject set the woods on fire and then flee across the road to the east.
The woods in the area are filled with oil lines. Captain Shilson says the suspect could face arson charges. The flames were quickly put out by Hawkins Fire. Authorities believe the suspect may have gotten a ride out of the area.
So the TDC dogs tracked to the roadway, and at that point the trail was lost. So we believe that he was picked up in the vehicle.
Chilson says they have several leads, but his alleged accomplices aren't helping.
The suspect was a white male wearing a gray or light colored t-shirt. That's the only information that we had. Unfortunately, the subjects that we spoke to, as well as the 2 suspects that were arrested, are uncooperative. They're not giving us the identity of the person.
JD Conti, KLTV 7 News.
The suspect was last seen in the area between Jarvis Christian University and County Road 3600. Anyone with information is asked to call the Wood County Sheriff's Office.